Hi. Today is a short Mixeroo class. Today for Mixeroo, we're going to focus on a little bit of foam rolling, using it for a variety of reasons. Let me just make sure all the things that I need to do are done here. Okay, so all I have literally is a foam roller. Let's get to it. Um, This is a long foam roller. I feel like I say this a lot, but I'll say it again. It's a little bit squishy. Some of the foam rollers on the market are really, really quite hard, which I think deters people from ever using it again. So this one is an OPTP. It's kind of like a softer density, full length foam roller. And I'm happy to give anyone the link to that if you need it. I'm just going to bring it to the center of my space, and I'm going to sit down towards the end. And I'm going to roll down through my spine. So initially, feels great. Who is this not good for? I would say my first answer to that would be anyone with scoliosis. I would put you on the ground and do the same exercises on the ground. Or anyone with like disc issues that are in an inflammatory state at the moment, because this is going to kind of, the foam roller is going straight down along the spinal cord. So, um, yeah. Okay, so let's start feet about hip distance and arms by your sides. I'm going to put my elbow down and my palms down, and I'm going to spread the fingers apart just so my connection to the ground is going to help me to stabilize. And I'm going to start first by moving the head side to side. It's a nice opportunity to release the muscles through the neck and the shoulders. The wider you bring your arms, the more support you get. Be careful how far you go over to the side. This is a pretty deep stretch, in my opinion. And you can increase the stretch. When you bring your head over to the side, you can stretch the opposite arm completely out to the side. I kind of have it straight out. You'll see as I do it on this side, head to the left, arm right. Head center, head right, arm left. Head center, head left, arm right. Those of you with chronic tightness through the neck and the shoulders, this is a nice little routine. I'm just going to do one more each way. And then I'll come back to the center. Head stays center. Feet can walk themselves out just a bit wider than the hips. And then the arms will start to move a bit. When I bring my arms up, I'm just going to have a quick spine check in here. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Lengthen through the tail here. Everything else in the center is just nice and neutral and natural. And we'll start to move the arms back around. And then again. And along the way, just pair your movements with a breath, a deep breath, if you can, that accentuates the feeling. The ability to feel whatever it is that you're doing should be accompanied by a nice, long, deep breath. I've had like an uptick in the question, what if my shoulder pops or what if my hip pops during whatever movement it is that we're doing? And my answer really is just make it a little bit smaller. If it doesn't hurt, it's not as alarming, but even still, I would just make the whole movement a little bit smaller. And then we're going to stop where we started, hands right over shoulders, and I'm going to do palms forward. Now I'm going to turn my attention towards my abdominals. Inhale deeply. When you inhale, everything kind of expands, your belly, your ribs, and your back. It expands outward, a deep lateral breath. And then with your exhale, you're going to start to sink through the ribs, bringing your spine a little bit closer towards the foam roller underneath you. You don't have to jam your back down, but we're just turning the abdominals on a little bit more. So again, let's inhale, expand, expand, expand. And then exhale, drawing the ribs down, the belly button in, and the spine is coming a little bit down, closer towards the foam roller underneath you. And we'll just do this one more time. And exhale. Okay, so this nice deep breath and this sort of closing of the ribs, drawing the abdominals in, coming a little closer to the foam roller. That's what I want you to aim for once we start moving the legs especially, okay? We're going to bring the arms down by your sides. Instead of coming back where we started, we'll straighten the arms, fingertips down. Arms are a little bit wider than the shoulders. And we'll start to move the legs a little bit and see how that feels. One leg at a time, connect to the floor. Okay, just a quick note, those of you with tight hip flexors, and what I mean by tight is during this series that's coming next, some of you will really feel almost all of it in your hip flexors. Just take a lot of breaks, try to reconnect to the breath, and continue to reconnect to feeling your abdominals while you're on here, okay? And we'll do about 3 more here. And 2. 1 more each way. And I'm going to start to add to this 1 leg opposite arm. And switch. Nice deep breaths along the way. We're always coming back to the breath. The breath will always inform us how the exercise is going. If you're doing something you can't breathe through it, dial it back a little bit. 1 more each way here. And then come all the way down, okay? From here, I'm going to slide my feet wide again. My feet will be the sense of stability. Arms are going to come back up. I'm going to do palms together under my chest, right over my shoulders or chest. Let's bend the arms. Okay, you're going to keep this bent arm shape. Open the arms away from one another and then come on back up again. And open and come back. Open and come back. Let's do 5 more here. 5. So this is a beautiful stretch across the chest. Most of us really, really need this stretch. We carry so much tension, so much through the chest and the shoulders. We spend so much of the day rounding forward. And the next time you come out, we're just going to come out and pause and hold here for a minute. So for some of you, holding on to a 1 or 2 pound weight in your hands, for those of you that are pretty tight and could use, like, this, if this feels terrible, I would suggest that you do this every day and you grab something very light, even maybe like a can of something, 2 of them, and then just hold here so this can release. Let's do 1 more deep breath here. And I'm going to bring the arms up a little bit again, stretching the arms back behind me, and then bending and coming in. Stretch and reach, and bend, bring the elbows in. So I'm keeping the height of the arms, moving back and forth. Let's do 3 more here. 3. And 2. 1 more time. And then we'll come all the way back down, okay? So we're going to come back and do some more abdominal work, moving the legs. The arms will go a little bit wide again. You can keep your elbows down or you can straighten out and put your fingertips down. I'm gonna go back to elbows just for a minute. Hands will walk back in. Let's bring first the right leg up only, and the knee is just kind of looking straight up at the ceiling. We're gonna make a nice easy little circle with the knee. 4, 3, 2, and we'll go the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll just return down. Other side, knee looks at the ceiling. Make a circle on the ceiling with your knee. 4, 3, abdominals are pulled in. 2, 1, and we'll go the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then I'll bring this leg back down. First leg comes back up again. Draw those abdominals in very deeply. Both legs come up. Open the legs apart. Exhale, come on back in. Inhale wide. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. All the way back down. So another good stretch that you can do whenever you want, just to throw this in there, is feet together, knees wide. This is a very deep stretch for me. This is one that I should probably be doing every single day. Let's take a nice deep breath here. And we'll come on back up, okay? So you can come back to that stretch whenever you want. All right, so that was our nice little warm up for the parts. I'm just gonna roll to the side. This is one of my favorite parts. Push the foam roller away, and then, oh my gosh, doesn't that feel strange? Nice, long, weird spine feeling. Bring your head center. Just take a couple deep breaths here. And again. Okay, so I'm going to bring the foam roller around and under my back. Okay, so now it's going to change where it is entirely. You'll bring it behind you and then you'll lean back on the foam roller so it's underneath your back, mid-upper back. Okay, and you'll bring your hands right behind your head. I think that's intuitive. Your fingers can interlace, elbows can come forward a little bit. Let's bend the knees and bring the feet kind of close to the tush. And we're gonna start supporting the head as you come towards the floor and then returning again. So this little move here, I have like this thing that I do every single time that I do this. And it becomes like a real beautiful way to release the back. I take my head and I bring it back, and then I bring it back up again, and then I lift my tush, I scooch forward 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, and I do it again. And what this really does is I feel like it's a little bit of a release, like I'm going to do it again right now, like a segmental release going upward towards the cervical spine. I stop when I get to my shoulder blades. I'm not going to do this directly on my neck, okay? So here I am. This is the last time I'm going to do it here because my shoulders are still supported by the foam roller. I'm going to curl up and I'm going to do the same thing, scooch back an inch now, go towards the floor, back up again, scooch back an inch towards the floor. Again. One or two more. Okay, so right about here for me, it could be different for you. This is where I'm able to stay on the foam roller and then curl forward, and this becomes a pretty killer place to do some abdominal work. Adjust yourself on the foam roller so it feels like when you curl yourself forward, you probably have to support you can always do this to take a break, but supporting your head is going to be helpful because you're really curled up into your abdominals, okay? So just keep moving yourself around until it feels like you're in a place that makes sense for you. Now, quick note about the spine. I don't want you to sink while you're here. I want you sort of engaged and somewhere in the center. You shouldn't be overly arched, overly tucked, somewhere in the center, and then draw the abdominals in. You're curled forward, really engaging the upper abdominals and the mid abdominals. And I'm going to start to bring one leg up at a time. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you want to bring your arms forward, or maybe like you want one arm at a time. I'm just going to throw that out there. Sometimes this is like too much to keep both of the arms back. So play around with that a little bit. Some people may like just like this. Try both. See which one you like better. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, so now the next time you bring your right leg up, pause. We're going to rotate, reach the left elbow towards the right knee and the right elbow open, and then come back to center and rotate. Ooh, center. Center. 2 more. Center. 1 more. And then bring the right leg down, other side. And come back. And come back. And come back. Last time. And come back. Let's come all the way back. It's always nice to give yourself a full stretch whenever you want. I always like to bring my arms wide into that cactus shape that we just did a moment ago. This is a hugely deep stretch for me. Take a deep breath here. And then come on up. Each time you lift your head, support it with your arms. Okay, let's come all the way up. There's a whole bunch more stuff we can do there. But this is kind of just like the shorty version of the foam roller workout. So I'm just going to keep the foam roller like this. And I'm going to lie on my side, a little bit of side body work. I'm going to push the foam roller away so I can bend my knees. And head is on my arm here. 2 options, depending on what your body likes. You can either keep your head on your arm like this, and then just rest, I would say, your hand in front of your chest on the foam roller. There's something about holding on that just gives me a little bit more to work with here than keeping your hand on the floor. If your neck doesn't like being down on your arm like that, you can play around with this kind of a thing, okay? I don't love this. I don't think it feels good, but maybe you do. Okay, so I'm just going to keep myself in this position, and my top leg is going to come up about hip distant. Quick note here, your top hip should be kind of right on top of the bottom hip. A lot of people end up in this like cute hip situation. So bring your hip kind of away. For me, that lifts the ribs off the floor and engages the abdominals kind of right away. So we'll come down and up with the leg. Breathe in and up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then lower down to hip height. Reach through your heel. Fully extend the leg. P.S. This is a moment where this extended leg and your spine are kind of in alignment with one another. And then bend and return. I'm going to try to keep my top knee in line with my hip when I come in and out. And we're doing 4 more here. 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more time. And come in. Now hold here. Find that my ribs are lifting away from the floor, feeling again. Lower and lift just the bottom portion of the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fully extend this leg one more time. Bring your top hip forward a little bit and bring the top leg behind you a little bit. Little pulse here, like you're going back and up at the same time. 8, 7, 6, belly is in here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, bring the leg down. We are gonna come right up and switch to the other side, but when we do it, we're gonna take a quick plank break. I'm gonna bring the hands right under the shoulders. If you hate the way this feels, please just bring your hands to the ground, okay? I'm gonna curl my toes forward. I like to call this a plank. Push the foam roller away, head drop, take a nice deep breath. Knee lift. Inhale back down, and exhale lift. Inhale back down and exhale lift. 2 more. One more. And then come all the way down. Uncurl the toes, sit back towards your heels. Glide forward, head down. Inhale, exhale. One more deep breath here. Release your head. And then we can roll back up. Okay, come on to your other side. Make any adjustments you need to make for your body, please. And then we'll bend your knees. So a quick little spine check-in here. I like to pull my head back. It should almost feel like your spine is as long as the foam roller is and as straight. The hand is kind of right in front of the chest. I kind of like to gently push into the hand just to give a little bit of life to the muscles in the chest. One hip is right on top of the other. The top leg comes up. And we keep all that good energy here as we lower and lift this top leg. Down and up. 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we'll lift and hold, extend. Quick check-in, the leg should feel like it's in line with the rest of the body and you're still kind of lifting away from the floor. Knee in, reach out long. Knee in, push the wall away with your heel is the way it should kind of feel. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Extend, and then come in and hold bottom half of the leg. Lower and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here for a sec. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring the leg all the way down. What did I do after this? Lower. Oh, right. Extend the leg right back out. Bring the leg slightly back and slightly up. Little pulse there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. And then come all the way back. Come all the way up to sit. Okay? Moving the foam roller to underneath the feet. Actually, you know what to do? Bring it right behind your ankles or your heels, and then perfect. Okay, so move your feet on top of the foam roller. For me, there's a kind of a sweet spot of where my feet, when my feet get there, then everything else feels like it kind of makes sense. If my feet are in the wrong place, My back feels off, my hamstrings start to cramp. So move your feet around until it feels better for your body. Arms by your sides. I like heels a little bit wider than my own tush, and I like to pull the foam roller in so I can push down on the foam roller with my arches and my heels at the same time. And then there's a hip lift. And lower back down. And lower back down. When you lift your hips, lengthen your arms, press them down so the chest feels like it's kind of open. And try to reduce tension in the neck and the shoulders by feeling like the neck can stay nice and long and fairly released as you lift your hips. Let's do 5 more. 4 more here. And 3. 2. And last one. And then lower. Extend the legs all the way out on top of the foam roller. You can point and flex the feet. Point and flex the feet. One more time. And flex. And back. Okay? So I'm just going to leave the foam roller there. Bring the legs in. Rock up to sit. Inhale, exhale. And then the feet come down. Okay? I'm going to flip over now. Come onto the belly. And bring the palms on top of the foam roller. Kind of the wrists / the palms come right on the foam roller. Forehead goes down. Get yourself situated so it just feels like the legs, the body, the pelvis is nice and relaxed. And I'm going to gently push down into the foam roller to start to lift the head and the chest here. Just a quick note about the shoulders. Try to avoid that like yucky, my shoulders are hitting my own face feeling here. Slide the shoulders down just to give the neck a little bit of length and the shoulders a break. It almost feels like you're plugging your shoulders in. So push down, take notice of how your shoulders feel. Lift, extend through the upper spine. Look straight ahead with a long neck and then lower down. And lift. And I just would love for you to keep breathing. And then lower down. 4 more. 4. And down. And 3. And down. 2. Use your abdominals to support this little lift here. 1 more. I'm going to lower about halfway down. Continue to gently push down. I'm just going to bend and extend. Energy through the legs. Bend and extend. Last one. And extend. And then I'll come all the way down. Hands under shoulders. 1 more of these foam roller supported child's pose stretches because it feels awesome. Extend the arms, sit back, head down, deep breath. Reach the sits bones back as you reach your fingertips and the crown of the head forward. And then sit back towards your heels as you roll it up. One last thing here. Grab your foam roller, come up onto your knees. Extend all the way up. Shoulders down. Press the pubic bone and the hips forward a little bit. Side to side. 1 more each way. And then let's put this foam roller down right next to us. And we'll come up to stand. We did it, you guys. So much more we could do with this, but this is a nice short class using the foam roller to wake up the mobility and the strength in kind of all the parts of the body. You're so awesome. Look at you. Look at you. Have a great day.